Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am officially doing the Q&A. I went through all of my YouTube videos and I collected some really great questions that I think that if I do a Q&A, it'll help some of my dialysis patients that watch my channel. But before we get into the video, I do want to give a shout out to my hoodie. I love this hoodie, y'all. This is like one of my favorite hoodies. First of all, it's like one of my favorite colors to wear. Support Black colleges. I love it. It's comfy. It has this on the sleeve. Original. I will have the link in my bio. This isn't a sponsored video. I just really love their merch and I love the concept. Although I had a really great experience at JMU, being in the basketball circuit really changes your mindset around what colleges you attend. Now in my adult life, I look back and think, maybe it would have been a really great experience to go to a HBCU. Both of my parents attended an HBCU, Texas College in Tyler, Texas. I do love that there's young kids today that are talking about, like elite level athletes that are talking about going to HBCUs. And if you bring great athletes to those colleges get more funding. The better for the Black community. So check it out. Reminder, link in my bio. Let's get into the video. And make sure you don't forget to click. Question 1 comes from Sonia Wilcott. Her comment was a year ago. I'm not even going to address my lateness, but better late than never. Sonia said, thanks so much for sharing. I'm in the process of having dialysis and not sure if my doctor will have me on the home dialysis, but I'm a little afraid. I'm in the counseling stage, etc. Stay strong and I will be following you for more help and inspiration to get through this along with you. Sending you cyber hugs and prayers. Thank you so much, Sonia. I appreciate those cyber hugs and prayers. I'm sending you the same as well. So there's a couple of things I wanted to address about this. So with home dialysis or peritoneal dialysis, you have to become eligible. They go through a series of tests to make sure that you can actually handle the home dialysis. Like you've seen in my tutorial, it does require a lot of meticulous, sanitary understanding to do peritoneal dialysis, but I am such an advocate for it when it comes to the choice of either hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis, because it's such, for me, this is just for me because I don't mind the cleaning. I actually, oddly enough, enjoy the process. I was actually a health science major because I do enjoy healthcare, administering healthcare. That was actually going to be a career choice for me, but I decided to pursue lifelong dreams. That's another story. So for me, it is a better quality of life. I felt so sick on hemodialysis. Like I felt frail. I had a constant headache. I felt sick. Sometimes I couldn't eat. I didn't have energy. And that all went away with peritoneal dialysis. So if you qualify, I wish you good luck with it. But like I said, it's different for each person. I've known people that have actually started home dialysis, peritoneal dialysis, and then decided it was just too much for them to handle and they much rather prefer to go into the clinic. So you just have to make what decision is best for you. But for me, it's hands down home dialysis. The second thing I wanted to address in this is Sonia mentioned counseling. I am also an advocate for counseling. There is a certain level of trauma that comes with dealing with health issues throughout your lifetime. Counseling is super important for those people who suffer from any level of mental health disorders or just mental health issues in general. Like for me, I have suffered with depression, and it has been depression surrounding my kidney disease. I also see counseling because it gets so hard. And also because Not that nobody else around me is dealing with their own life issues, but when it comes to kidney disease specifically and having to be on home dialysis, I suffer sometimes with feeling like I'm alone. So counseling really helps with that. So to those of you who are feeling or experiencing any level of doubt or sadness or depression surrounding your kidney disease or anything that you're dealing with, please seek someone to talk to. There are professionals who can really talk you through the things that you are experiencing. And please believe me, you are not alone. All right, so we're on to question 2. Della White wrote this 8 months ago. She said, "Hello, Dawn. This is a great video, very informative and easy to follow. I'm a dialysis patient as well and have been for 6 years. I'm doing in-center dialysis. I'm going back and forth about doing home dialysis. You make it look so easy. You didn't mention if you were on the transplant list or not. I'm not eligible for a transplant because of the other health issues, so dialysis is it for me. If you are on the transplant list, I hope you get one soon. Thank you, Della. If you are not, keep making these videos and letting us know how you're doing. You're helping a lot of people and you may not even know it. God bless you and stay safe." Man, I've read, so many comments with such encouraging words like this one from Della, and it means so much. It's why I've been encouraged to come back to do these videos, because I've had conversations with people that said, it's nice to know that I'm not the only person going through things, and your videos are inspiring me to keep pushing forward, and that's the whole purpose. I will continue to do these videos and keep you updated. So Della brought up a great point. So transplants aren't considered a cure, they're considered a treatment. Just like peritoneal dialysis is a treatment and hemodialysis is a treatment, and you have to qualify for them. Now, they have their own levels of measuring how you qualify them. I'm not exactly sure. I know a certain number of blood tests that I got done, also there were certain amounts of paperwork that I also filled out. And fortunately for me, I have been considered eligible for both a transplant. So yes, Della, I am on the transplant list. I am on both a deceased donor list. It is so like somebody who unfortunately passes away, but before they've passed away has signed paperwork or made known that they want to be a donor. So when they die, their organs are donated. Some people specify which organs they'd like to donate. Others just donate all of their organs. They can donate their heart, they can donate their kidneys, or whatever organs that doctors feel like could actually benefit somebody's life who is suffering with any of one of those diseases. So donors are angels for those of us who are suffering from these ailments. So I appreciate any of you all who are watching this video, or family members that you may have that are donors. I mean, you are literally saving our lives. So I am so gracious for that. As you can see, transplant isn't offered to everyone, so some people are truly on dialysis for the rest of their lives. So that's why the decision between hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis is such a huge decision, because this is something that you'll have to deal with for the entirety of your life. So I always say to seek quality of life, and wherever you find that is the question. And once you answer that question, you just have to make sure you stick to the script and take care of yourself. But I also want to say that it does not mean that you can't still experience the things that you want to experience. I can still do the things I want to do with my life. So don't be discouraged. It's just a part of life that you have to learn to deal with. Question 3. This is from La Nina de Tus Ojos Divinos, 2 months ago. Hello, did you weight gain? And did it mess with your period? So I did just the opposite. I lost a lot of weight. A lot of my weight loss came from being on hemo, not having a lot of energy. I am an athlete, so a lot of my body is muscle mass, and not being able to be as active made me lose weight. Also, I just felt sick and I didn't even want to eat. So, that also You know, you got to eat to keep up your weight, and that attributed to my weight loss. Now, one thing I do want to address, did it mess with my period? Yes, it was not the weight loss that messed with my period. The dialysis in general messes with my period. To be honest, I haven't had a period in almost 6 months. And it was a concern for me. I mean, being used to having a period every month, I was concerned. You know, I am still a young woman. I have not yet have kids. I do want to have kids. So I wanted to make sure that there was no issue there. And so I did go to an OBGYN. They did tell me that my body is under such duress with being on dialysis. So it has affected my period. Also, I want to be extremely open with you guys so you do understand how my process works, and for those of you who have questions. So I do want to give a little small warning. This might be TMI for some, but for those of you who are seeking information, this is for you. I do my dialysis into a bag. And basically, instead of, which I also urinate a little bit into the toilet like regular, but most of my dialysis pulls any excess fluid into a bag at night. And so that's basically my urine. It's like in a bag, but it just is extracted through this tube. There is sometimes indication of a period there. But to answer the question, sorry, there's construction going on outside. To answer the question, yes, it has had an effect on my period. I do want to emphasize that after speaking to my OBGYN, she said that everything is okay, and it is to be expected. Okay, question 4. Fabulous Fades. He said, awesome video, quick question. You can drink while on dialysis? Also, you are gorgeous, had to say it. Thank you, Fabulous Fades. I really appreciate that. So yes, you can drink while on dialysis. There is no restriction to say, hey, you cannot drink alcohol. And I think that's what you're talking about is alcoholic beverages. Make sure that you are 21. I don't condone underage drinking. So this is speaking to adults that are of legal drinking age. Yes, you can drink, but it still works the same. We as dialysis patients have to really watch our fluid intake in general. We cannot overindulge in a lot of liquid. For me, I will only have 1 or 2 drinks because I already have filtration issues being a dialysis patient. So if ever I wanted to hydrate myself with water in addition to drinking, I would be fluid overloading. So I try to just stick to 1 glass of wine or 1 or 2 cocktails maximum until I have my transplant. And even then, I'm not that much of a drinker, but I do indulge sometimes. I mean, I'm an adult. I like to have some fun sometimes, but there is truly no like real restriction other than the fluid intake. Okay, 5th question from Random Access Broccoli. This was a week ago. He or she said, how do we shift machine and patient in case of a fire? So my actual machine is on wheels. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show you a video of how I put and store my machine away when I'm finished with it. The cart that my machine is on helps me to move it around super, super quick. But I'm gonna show you how I store my machine. And if there was a fire, I could literally grab my machine and be out. What you should always have is an emergency bag to take with you just in case you cannot access your machine in the case of an emergency. So something that you can grab quickly and go just in case something happens to your machine. So I'm going to show you that. So this is my room and this is my closet. So I know that's a whole bunch of crap in here, do not mind. Everything that is used to like hook up the machine, and as you can see, it is on wheels. Everything that I keep underneath is everything that I'll need to do 1 dialysis session. So if I need to, I can literally just roll this out. Behind my door, I keep this bag right here, the emergency bag that I talked about. Inside of this bag, I have 1 mask and literally 1 bag of manual solution. I can literally do a manual dialysis session without the machine. So I have this ready just in case of an emergency. Right here, ready for me to grab and go. Okay guys, so last and final question from King Zero. This was 10 months ago. Have you ever considered asking your kidney doctor about taking a water pill? I have lupus, and with my lupus comes nephritis, which means my lupus attacks my kidneys also. And one of the main things she did was put me on a water pill. It will make you run to the bathroom a lot, but it was extremely helpful. So just to those of you who are unaware, nephritis is a swelling of the kidneys. So the water pill helps to get rid of that swelling for King Zero. I actually am on a water pill. So I am on I'm on a pill that is called furosemide. So furosemide is something that helps you to get rid of fluid. So yes, that is a very common medication for kidney dialysis patients. So guys, thank you so much for sending your questions. This is something that I would really like to do at least once a month. So if there are any other questions that you have, please just leave a comment under my video. I'll be able to answer it in my next Q&A video. I really hope it helped and that I was able to answer some of those questions sufficiently. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.